Survivors of sexual assault share one common truth, and that truth is they trust no one. In fact, many of them, part of the problem is they don't trust themselves either, which makes them feel lost, confused, and alone. Today on Reaction Reset, I'm going to talk about how to love and date a survivor of sexual assault. Sexual assault is not about sex. It's about control and manipulation. Like every crime, something is taken from someone. In the case of sexual assault, they take something so intimate and so vulnerable that it can never be replaced. The cops can never find it. No one can restore it. And this is what's so damaging about it. People who survive sexual assault have to realize and accept and learn to love themselves again, even though that part of them has been taken from them. Long after the perpetrator has been jailed or punished, the assault survivor continues to live and learn to accept that broken or taken part of themselves. Approximately 1 in 5 women are sexually assaulted. For men, it's 1 in 33 men who are sexually assaulted. What's important about this is when you're out dating, you have no idea if the person you are loving and learning to date and grow with has had a sexual assault happen to them, or if they're surviving something like that. I mean, let's face it, on dating apps, there's no place in the profile that you can put a check that, yes, I am a survivor of sexual assault. And even if there were that, would you admit it? Most likely not, because people who live as survivors with sexual assault feel a great sense of guilt and shame, carrying it with them. And many times they tell no one other than a close family member. Many times couples go on to get married and come see me for counseling after the partner has just learned about this. If you're dating or married to someone who is revealed to you or disclosed to you their most private information that they are a survivor of sexual assault, it's very important that you understand that what's most significant is whether or not they can build a trusting relationship with you. Trust is something for a sexual assault survivor that takes time. It takes years. And if they confide in you, if they're starting to build trust with you, if you shatter that at all, there will be no area of forgiveness. And I think going into a relationship with them, it's important you know that it's going to be different. It doesn't mean it's not valuable. It doesn't mean it's not going to be great. It just means it's going to be different. Outside of trust, the first thing you need to remember is a sexual assault survivor needs to know they're safe. This is why many times in apartments or homes, they always have exit doors around them. Sometimes they have several exit doors. When you go into a theater, or let's say you go to a restaurant, pointing out that there's an exit and not making fun of it, just letting them know, listen, you're safe here. When they're in the car with you, make sure that you don't do anything so they feel like they can't get out or that they're not safe. If they say, I want to meet you in a place, if you're just starting dating, understand that control for them is important. Don't try and get defensive. Don't try and say, well, if you loved me, you'd let me take you. No, just go along with them. They need to know that they are safe with you. Sexual assault survivors may be triggered by smells, unusual noises, rooms. Different cues set them off, and they go into a flashback or almost like a post-traumatic stress type scenario. They're afraid, they'll shut down, they'll withdraw, or they'll leave. They'll look for an escape and leave. So it's important you understand predictability is key. Don't try and have a surprise party. Don't do things out of the ordinary, especially if it's a new relationship. They don't know you enough. And remember, they're not in control of this. A certain smell or sound or music could set them off. So try to be patient and understanding of this. During intimacy or sex, it's important to understand that someone who has survived sexual assault may numb themselves. They may dissociate. They may say it doesn't feel good or I can't feel this. Don't get defensive and don't feel rejected, as difficult as that may be. It's important you understand part of surviving, part of how they made it through that horrific time was they dissociated from the actual act. And once the brain does that, the brain chemistry changes and they have to relearn how to stay in their body. That involves them trusting you, that you will make love to them, that your touches are tender and sincere. This is all a process. They can learn it. It's not that it will be forever, but it will be for a long time. And that's why I'm telling you that loving someone like this will take a special person. Lastly, know yourself. Not everyone can take on, can love, can understand, be forgiving, and work with someone who has had a sexual assault in the past and made it. So it's very important you stay clued into yourself. Part of self-care, part of being honest with yourself and your partner is letting your partner know where you're at and how you are. You don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to feel guilty or blame yourself or your partner. All you have to do is be honest and be upfront. If you say, I will be there for you, then mean that. Because remember, trust is everything. And if you stay in this relationship, they can be a sexual assault survivor, can be an incredible partner. They have a sensitivity and they have an ability to understand and forgive, probably more advanced than most people. But it's important for you to know not everyone has patience, understanding, and the ability to reflect. So if you don't, just be upfront with it. No survivor of sexual assault should ever feel shame, guilty, or embarrassed about what happened to them. They didn't cause it. It was a crime done to them by someone manipulating and controlling who took away their most vulnerable, sexual, intimate part. However, you can restore it. If you are a survivor of sexual assault, you can get better. You can move forward stronger and more aware than you've ever been in your life. If you're in love with a survivor of sexual assault, it's important that you encourage them, stand by them, stay honest and truthful. Remember, change your reaction, change your world.